Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Trillionaire Mac, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over a day trade that I took yesterday on GBPUSD, okay, that followed my day trading rules to the T. So for those of you who have access to the course, for those of you who are a part of the mentorship program, you guys already know exactly what this trade here produced, and more than likely, you guys were able to catch this trade on your own. Now, right now, I am currently live trading with my students. Okay, we're currently waiting on a couple of positions, fill out orders, things like that during New York session. So if you guys see alerts pop up on the screen or anything like that, and I click out of it, just feel free to ignore them. But I'm currently on a live trading session with my students. So right now, we have about 178 students trading live. They can all hear me, and they're going to be a part of the YouTube video as well. So super excited about that. With that being said, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the family. Like I said, if any alerts pop up or if you guys see my students ask any questions, they may pop up on YouTube. I'm not sure if they're going to pop up on the recording or not. But if you guys see my students ask any questions down here, or if you see students join and leave the live trading session, feel free to just ignore it. They're just joining me while I day trade, all right? But I decided to day trade while knocking out some YouTube content for you guys, all right? So let's go ahead and break down this video. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoy the video. It really helps out with the algorithm, and I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, all right? With that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. All right, so before we get started, of course, we're going to talk about our higher time frame point of interest. All right, so my point of interest that I used while taking this day trade was just based off the H1 time frame. We can see demand came into the market here that was responsible for flipping, or excuse me, supply came into the market here that was responsible for flipping the demand that came into the market here. Okay, I didn't quite refine this demand to the H1 time frame. Okay, this was a different refinement, but this was the perfect refinement for my H1 supply, refining down to this candle right here. Now, students that are on the call and students that are going to watch this from YouTube, you guys already know why this was the refinement that I used for this specific trade. And no, it's not because this is the last bullish candle before the bearish move. Okay, there's something else specific within this candle as to why we're going to use this candle to look for price to trade from. All right, now with that being said, let's go ahead and hop down to the lower time frames and let's get into price. Before we actually hop down to the lower time frames, I'm going to give you guys an update on this GJ trade. So as you guys can see, okay, no entry was given at this zone right here for GJ. Delete this alert here, and I'm going to give you guys an update. So now this is the point of interest that I am going to play from, at least for New York session. So I'm going to look for price to trade into this region here, and then give me somewhat of an entry and look for price to push to the downside and target this low right here. Okay, so for anyone on YouTube watching, okay, as we can see, we did not get an entry here for price to continue to push to the upside, right? Price did tap into this region, it did push to the upside, but no entry model was given for me based on how I trade, so no trade was taken. So now we'll be looking to take possible sell opportunities from this area right here, so feel free to join in. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop back into GBPUSD. I just wanted to hop on here and show you guys this US oil trade very quickly. A core student of mine who actually lives out in Germany sent this trade to me, and as you guys can see, we are in deep profit. This is not a bad trade whatsoever. His name is actually Otto, right? And he sent me a message today, and he is now a funded trader. So I wanted to shout out this trade that he sent me because of this trade here, he is now a funded trader. Otto is one of the 4 individuals that has passed their funded account challenges this week alone. Okay, we have produced 4 6-figure traders. It's absolutely phenomenal. For those of you who do have the course, feel free to check out my trading plan. It literally breaks down from A to Z exactly what I look for, and it makes it very simple for you guys to have a 1, 2, 3 step process. Looking forward to joining the mentorship. Now that I'm funded, I would like to learn your day trading style within your mentorship program. Once again, my family and I thank you, Mac. My wife is so grateful for the patience you had with us. Kind regards, Otto. Shout out to Otto, right? Producing phenomenal results, not only on this US oil trade, okay, but using the information within the institutional trading course to take his family to the next level. He is now a 6-figure trader. Now, the institutional trading course is $299, but I'm feeling very generous today. We've had 4 students use the institutional trading course in order to pass their funded account challenges this week alone. So I think I'm going to divide 100% by 4 and give you guys 25% off today alone. The discount code is going to pop up somewhere on the screen now. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 25% off the course. Use it now. go purchase the course. The team is thinking about splitting up the course as well and charging $300 per section, which is going to increase the price to around $900 for the course. And I want you guys to get this information in your hands before the price changes. Go right now, click the link in the description, check out the course, purchase it, and make sure you use the discount code. Do not pay full price. All right, I'll catch you guys within the video. Let's get it. All right, so now that you guys see my update on GBPJPY, once again, let's hop into the lower time frames on GU. All right, so now that we're on the lower time frame on GBPUSD, okay, there's a couple things that we can actually do. The first thing that we can do is actually refine, okay? So we can actually refine this point of interest here, okay? So we see that we have somewhat of a sweep of these instigated equal highs, right? And then price falls over to the downside and we break this M15 structure here, right? So we can actually refine this point of interest to this area right here, okay, based on the M15. Now, once the M15 actually taps into this region, okay, my entry was not taken on the M15 or the M5. I actually took it on the M1 this time, just correlating the time frames properly. So as we can see, we refined to the M15. We have an M15 point of interest, and because of that, I was able to go to the M1 to actually take my trade. So let's go to the M1 time frame and let's look at specifically why we took this trade, where the stop loss is, where the entry is, all of that good jazz. All right, so now that we're on the M1 time frame, okay, this is our M15 zone, which is here. Okay, we can see that price trades into this M15 zone here. Okay, we then push to the downside. We have a liquidation of that first tap, okay, giving us that sweep of liquidity, and then price starts to create internal substructure, and price starts to push to the downside. We finally get that change of character here, okay? Now, our first entry opportunity, okay, as you guys know, if I ever have a decisional, it will be something that I do pay attention to. So as we can see, our refinement for this decisional would be here, okay, and we get taken out with this wick, and then price pushes to the downside, but we still overall support these lows right here within this area. So price supports this low, we then push to the upside and we get tagged into our trade, which is right here. All right, so let's actually go to the M5 and let's turn this on the lower time frame. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, price tags us in here, okay, and my stop loss was simply just set above this high right here, okay, entry being right here at this zone. And then of course my target was simply set at the M15 swing low, okay, which you guys can kind of see, which is here, right? So we got tagged into the trade during New York session, okay, and price pretty much started carrying us through New York session, and that trade was held once we were risk-free, all right, and we simply just targeted our M15 first swing low, which is here, right here, all right? So this was around a 14.83% trade. If you guys have access to the institutional trading course, or if you're part of the mentorship program, this was an easy trade for you, okay? This was a very, very simple, very, very straightforward trade when day trading, all right? Now, with that being said, as you guys can see, my students are shouting out this trade here. Shout out to every student who took this trade. Shout out to Jeremy, James, Christopher, Tyler, Otto. What's going on, Otto? You were featured in yesterday's video. Shout out to Kennedy. Let's see, who else took this trade? Let me know if you guys took this trade so it can pop up on the YouTube. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next trade breakdown. Much love for you guys, and peace out.